Hello everyone, this is Sikandar Kumar, and in this video I will explain how to read the research paper very easily. So sometimes what happens when the PhD students enroll in a PhD program, they might encounter the research paper at the first time. They will not know what is all about the research paper, how to read, and where the research finding is in a research paper. So this video it will help the newly enrolled candidate, and in this video I will explain one by one with very uh, in a detailed way. So let's start this video. Let us see. This is a journal papers which I have downloaded from the Rock Mechanics and Rock Engineering, which is international general journals which have very high impact factor. So see some of the informations you have to extract from the journal. So see, in the topmost corner there is written the Rock Mechanics and Rock Engineering. This is the name of the journal, and just below there is DOI numbers, which is a unique ID of any research journal. If you enter the DOI number, you will get this journal. So you can just understand DOI number is a unique number of every journal paper published in international or national journal. Okay, now you will, when you see the paper, you will get the title of the paper. So when you first see the journal or any research article, first go through the title. Once you go through the title, you will see some of the keyword itself in the title. So you will get a overview idea about the research. Going through the title, if it seems appealing, then go to the next part. So what is next part? This is abstract. So in this journal there are 5 to 6 sections, and all the research paper, this research paper, mostly all research papers are divided in 5 to 6 sections. Like first abstract, second introduction, and then methodology, method, materials, and research, discussion, conclusion, and last one is reference. So you need not go to the every section to know about the research paper. You have to be specific on the a specific section. You will get the idea. So once you feel that this paper is useful or relevant to your work, then go quickly through the abstract. Mostly abstract consisting 2 to 250 words, so it will take only 2 to 3 minutes to understand. And in this abstract there is many informations included, mostly one or two sentence. It's all about the introduction or the basic background of the work, and in the middle of the abstract you will get the some of the finding or some of the main results of the research, and the last line you will get the conclusion or conclusion about the journal paper. So it will give a broad overview about the research paper, and once you feel that this research paper is relevant or suitable for further study, then you have to go to the next section. So you can see the next section is introduction, but you don't go to the introduction part at initial phase. Once you feel appealing, then go to the conclusion part, which is in last section. See, this is the paper. So this is the title, abstract, and introduction. But at the first stage you don't go to the introduction part, just go to the conclusion part once you feel it's appealing in the abstract part. So this is the conclusion. What is all about the conclusion? It is the section where you will get the conclusion, what the researcher are trying to convey the message, what are the research have done, and what are the findings in this paper. So what the conclusion means, the comparison of the other works and what the thought of the um, researcher or the scientist who are writing this paper or doing the research. So the two section, abstract and conclusion, this very broad section, you will get maximum information of the paper, but you will observe that abstract and conclusion it's short, so you will not take much time to read. I think it will take 2 to 3 minutes in abstract, and conclusion is similar way, like 4 to 5 minutes. So once you finish the abstract and conclusion and still you feel that this paper is relevant to your work and you need to read more, then you can start reading from the introduction part. Okay, so the second division or second part of the paper, that is introduction part. This introduction part will give you the background of the works. So once you start reading, you will not know what the research have already done and what the gap in this research work. So this is the portion where you get the background of your work, background of your research, and mostly you will see a chronological development of the research on a particular topic or in a particular work. So this is very important for getting the background information of the research work. Once you finish the introduction, you will have to go to the next part. Like next part is methodology. So in this methodology, some of the papers it says material and method, and some of the papers it says methodology. It means what are the methods they are incorporated and what are the method based on this test. So you will get about the methodology, how they proceed this research and how they find out the research work. So this is the methodology. You will get the maximum inputs of the work, how they did this work. Okay, now in this section mostly you will find some of the tables, some of the data and some of the graph where they are trying to represent the research or trying to represent the finding in a very easy way. So sometimes you will find very appealing graph, and the next part will be the discussion or result finding of the research. So in this section you will get the research discussion, what is all about the research of the finding or the mm, means the basic of the result finding. And now the last part is the conclusion. So in this part the researcher will try to conclude the research. So this is very most important. And last one is the reference. So when you are writing any research paper, you have to cite the previous work to avoid the plagiarism. You, if you don't cite, then it will go in plagiarism, and that will not ethical for the research community. So you have to always cite the previous work and also mention in the reference list. So what is the importance of the research for the candidate? Those who are very new in this field, and you will you need to understand more about the particular topic. Then you just finish one research paper and go through the reference and try to cross reference. So just go through reference 1, reference 2, reference 3 and try to find out the relevant paper, and just download this paper also and try to read. If you find appealing, if you find the relevant to your work, then go through one by one and collect 4, 5, 6 journal paper and try to read. So this is the basic way to start reading. So sometimes scholars are started from the first line, that means introduction, and sometimes they get up disappointed because they lost much of the important precious time, and at the end of the time they realize that this paper is not helpful or relevant of my work. So this is my suggestions. Don't go from the top to the bottom. Set a rule that first you go to the title, and then abstract, and then conclusion, then go to the methodology and result and discussion. So that is the frame, and this is the basic thumb rule to read a journal paper.